Hello everyone. So today I'll be covering the Sedimentary Petrology 2023 PYQ. So I'll be going on with that. So we have total 61 to 72 questions and we'll be doing that. So the first question is grain size sorting is extremely poor in. So sorting is a concept in which it tells कि कितने coarser और finer particles आपस में कैसे sorted हैं. If उनकी sorting almost सब equal size के हैं, so sorting is good. If they are of unequal sizes, then the sorting is poor. सो इयोलियन, ग्लेशियर, फ्लूवियल, मरीन, इनमें से किसकी सबसे ज़्यादा पुअर एक्सट्रीमली पुअर सॉर्टिंग होती है? सो रिमेंबर ग्लेशियल डिपॉजिट्स में सबसे ज़्यादा पुअर सॉर्टिंग होती है. व्हाई? So, let me tell you. Poorly sorted because glaciers carry deposits with a wide range of particle size from silt to large boulders. Aeolian deposits are very well sorted. Like wind can only carry particles that are of similar size and they are very light size like sand हो गया ठीक है silt like that. Now fluvial are generally well sorted because of the water transport sorting. Water transport keeps sorting particles by sizes. And marine deposits they can be well sorted especially in coastal and shallow marine environment. सो यू कैन लो कि एयरलाइन में तो बहुत अच्छे से सॉर्टिंग होती है, फ्लूवियल में भी सॉर्टिंग ठीक होती है और मरीन में भी आपके कौन से में आपके कोस्टल और शेलो मरीन एनवायरनमेंट में सॉर्टिंग बढ़िया होती है. नाउ वी हैव 62 क्वेश्चन. So which one of the following types of grain contacts signifies maximum amount of compaction in a sandstone? So maximum amount of compaction किस में होता है? Concavo convex में, sutured में, long में या point में? So if you know about the contacts, so आपने अगर इनकी फिगर देखी होगी in sandbox, you'll be getting it very clearly. सूचर कॉन्टैक्ट्स में क्या होता है कि इंटेंस कंपैक्शन होती है ग्रेन्स की बिकॉज इंटरपेनिट्रेटेड प्रेशर कुछ आपके जो ग्रेन्स होते हैं वो इस तरह से सूचर में प्रेजेंट होता है. कनकेवो कन्वेक्स जो है मॉडरेट कंपैक्शन दिखाता है बिकॉज ग्रेन्स आर जस्ट इंटरलॉक्ड. लॉन्ग कॉन्टैक्ट इंडिकेट्स द कंपैक्टेड अलोंग देयर लॉन्ग साइड बट दे आर नॉट इंटेंसली एज सूचर कॉन्टैक्ट्स. Point contacts suggest minimal compaction with grains touching at little points. So that is sutured contacts. Now in a sedimentary rock, different proportions of gravel, sand, and mud sized grains are present. What should be the minimum volume percentage required of the gravel component to classify that rock as a conglomerate? So पूछ रहा है अब conglomerate की प्रॉपर्टी यहाँ पे आ गई आगे क्वेश्चन टेक्सचर से. तो पूछ रहा है कि मतलब बेसिकली व्हाट शुड बी द मिनिमम रिक्वायर्ड वॉल्यूम परसेंटेज ग्रेवल का कितना वॉल्यूम परसेंटेज होना चाहिए कि आप उसको कॉन्ग्लोमरेट सिग्निफाई कर दो. इट शुड बी 30% because minimum threshold for a rock to be considered conglomerate is 30%. 15% is too low. 50 and 70% is the highest percentage of gravel but not the minimum requirement. 30% is the correct answer. Now coming to the 64th question. Which one of the following biogenic structures can be categorized as bioerosion structure? So which one is a bioerosion structure? Something that is related to biological, but it also causes the erosion. Which one is that? So boring. Why boring? Because holes are drilled into rock or hard substrate by organism. That is a form of bioerosion. Okay. Now burrow. Burrow is created by organisms that is moving through sediments, but not necessarily eroding, solid rock. So yeah, now, fecal pellet, it's a waste product of organisms. It's not an erosion structure, so it clearly cut gaya. Stromatolite is a layer structure by microbial mats and it's not a bioerosion structure. आपको confusion होगी burrow और boring में. Boring is a form of bioerosion, and burrow is created by organisms through sediments, but they are not necessarily eroding the solid rock. So yeah, that is boring. Now 65th question. So in modern ocean basin, zooficus occurred in what? So zooficus के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए कि किस में present होता है. To know that we should have a bit brief knowledge about what is zooficus exactly. So I hope just a minute. Yeah. So in sublittoral zone, it's saying कि zooficus is present. Why? Where the conditions are suitable for this biogenic structure. Sandy coast is not primary habit. Rocky coast is also not, habitat for zooficus. Bathyal zone is too deep for zooficus, and they are more common in shallower sublittoral zone. Let me tell you, in sandbox, there is this chapter where you have different, zooficus and all. It's like a table like this, where you would know each and every property about which depth is present and which, zooficus, etc. occur in what. So just go through that. I'll make sure after the completion of these videos of PYQ, I'll put videos of the sedimentary geology, giving you the short and crisp notes about what is important regarding the GSI. So that would help you. I'll try to make that video. However, it will be challenging because I don't have iPad or something tablet or that because I have books only. So I'll see what I can do, but I want to do that. Now coming to the 66th question. So which one of the following sedimentary structure provides sense of direction grain movement? So सेंस सेडिमेंट्री स्ट्रक्चर्स के ऊपर क्वेश्चन आ गया फिर से, ठीक है। पूछ रहा है कि सेंस ऑफ डायरेक्शन ग्रेन मूवमेंट इनमें से कौन सा बताता है। तो that is a prod mark. Why? Prod mark is created by objects, stick, pebbles, okay? So they are dragged by currents, indicates the direction of movement. Gutter, it indicates a channel, but it's not a specific sediment movement. Longitudinal ridge is an alignment. It's not a movement direction. Parting lineation, it indicates bedding planes. It's not necessarily direction or movement. Prod mark is the direction of movements that is carried out by the currents. Now coming to the 67th question. So, crystal fragments, glass fragments, and rock fragments that have been released from pre existing volcanic rocks by weathering or erosion and transported from their place of origin by air, water, or ice are known as. So, मतलब क्रिस्टल से क्रिस्टल फ्रेगमेंट्स हैं और ग्लास फ्रेगमेंट्स और रॉक फ्रेगमेंट्स सब जो है प्री एग्जिस्टिंग वोल्केनिक रॉक से रिलीज हो गए हैं बाय वेदरिंग और इरोजन और फिर वो ट्रांसपोर्ट हो गए हैं अपने जहाँ से वो ओरिजिनेट हुए थे वहां से विद द हेल्प ऑफ एयर वाटर और आइस। तो वो क्या होते हैं? Epiclast, autoclast, tufts या pyroclast. That is epiclast. So fragments of pre-existing volcanic rocks transported by dissolve. Pyroclast क्या होते हैं? Fragments that are formed by volcanic eruptions but not necessarily transported far. Autoclast formed by mechanical breakage with the same volcanic area. Tufts rocks formed from volcanic ash not necessarily transported fragments. So that is epiclast. Now coming to the 68th question. So grain supported carbonate with intergranular spaces occupied by clay and fine silt and fine silt sized particle is called. Another question on the texture that is from the carbonate. Here it was, general question. Here this was the question that is related to, that texture and something structures only. Yeah, biostructures only. Here we have the biostructures. So structures पे questions बहुत हैं. अब textures पे भी है. So grain supported carbonate rock with interclinal spaces. पूछ रहा है क्या होते हैं, कौन है? Packstone है. क्यों? Packstone is a grain supported with finer matrix and intergranular spaces. Wagstone is a mud supported one with more matrix than grains. Grainstone is lack significant matrix and they are grains in contact. Boundstone formed by organisms binding the sediments together. Okay, so that is we have a stone. Yeah. Now, epsilon cross certification is characteristically formed in. So this question is based on environment, from the environment. This question is directly based on that. So epsilon cross stratification is a star-star. Characteristically, it is formed in meandering channel only. So just remember that epsilon cross bending is a part of that. So epsilon cross stratification, it forms in point bars of meandering rivers where lateral accretion occurs. Present in point bars, like typically forms in point bars, and where lateral accretion occurs. Inner shelf is other type of stratification are more common. Upper intertidal flat tends to exhibit. Okay, that would be enough. Coming to the 70 question. So, just a minute. So debris flow products generally assume which one of the following geometries. Now, question on mass movements is always there. Just remember. पिछले बारे में शीट फ्लड्स था, इस बार वाले में डेब्रिस फ्लो प्रोडक्ट्स जो हैं जनरली अज्यूम करते हैं कौन सी टाइप की ज्योमेट्री? स्फेरिकल, convex up base up flat up, flat base and convex top, convex and concave top, convex base and concave top. So flat base and convex top. So correct as debris flow flatten out upon deposition, creating a convex top. Now convex base and concave up. This is not characteristic of that, and debris flow tend to spread outwards and flatten. And so basically यार कोई भी चीज फ्लॉट होगी, ठीक है, that is that will create flat base only. But there are so many products in it, like different sizes, materials, etc. That will create a convex top only. So yeah. Now, which one of the following features bears the unequivocal signature of aeolian deposition? तो पूछ रहा है कि कौन सा ऐसा फीचर है जो अनइक्विवोकल सिग्नेचर है एओलियन डिपोजिशन का. सो common presence of ripple rift, presence of parting lineation, regular alteration between rainfall and rainfall strata, poorly sorted sediments. Poorly sorted sediments तो बिल्कुल नहीं है, because मतलब it's a glacial deposits rather than aeolian. Common presence of ripple drift, it can occur in both aeolian and water deposited sediments. Presence of parting lineation, it's not unique. Regular, there is an alteration between grainfall and grainflow strata. So this is a characteristic of alien dunes, where the wind causes these, alternating layers. Okay. So you should know what is grainfall and what is grainflow strata. You should know the difference between them. All calcium carbonate sediments with the original mixed mineralogy after diagenesis get transformed into what? So calcium carbonate sediments, उनकी ओरिजिनल मिक्स्ड मिनरलोजी होती है, जब उनका डायाजेनेसिस हो जाता है तो वो किस में ट्रांसफॉर्म हो जाते हैं? They get transformed into a low magnesium calcite because it is a stable form of calcium carbonate after diagenesis. Its high magnesium calcite is less stable and it often transforms during diagenesis. Aragonite is less stable. It converts to calcite over geological time. Betterite is a rare and metastable form of calcium carbonate. So as far as I know, I think these are the questions. Okay. Now I will just wrap up the video. Thank you.